Okay, today I'm going to change out the Diff Fluid in the 2004 Duramax. So here's the oil that you're going to need. The rear is a synthetic 75W90 and the front diff is a conventional 80W90. I can't remember how much the rear and front take, but you just fill it up until it just starts coming out of the fill hole. I'll show you that, but I know you're going to need a little more in the back than the front. And I got this hand pump that you screw on, and it's got that tube you just stick in the fill hole. It makes it a lot easier. So that's all you're going to need as far as oil goes. Okay, here we are underneath the front. I'm going to start with the front because it's a little more difficult. I like to start with the hardest one first, and I am filming on my phone for a little easier access, so sorry if the audio is not great. My neighbor's also trimming, so sorry about that, but this truck has the skid plate package, so you can see up here is your fill plug, and there's your drain plug, but this skid plate's kind of in the way for when the fluid drains out, so I'm gonna have to take it off. So I'm gonna take those 4 bolts out. I'll tell you what size they are here. Alright, just those 4 bolts. The skid plate drops down like that. They were 5/8 inch. You can see I just put them back in their place just so each bolt goes in the same spot where it was. So now you can see we've got way better access to our fill plug up here, drain plug down here. And our fill plug is going to be a 15 mil, drain plug is a 13 mil. So I've already loosened this, so you can take this out so the oil can breathe, and so if you drain the oil, you can fill it back up, because sometimes that one will get seized on and you'll drain it, or actually this one will get seized on, then you drain it and you can't fill it. So always take the top one out first. Okay, you can see fill plug is out, it's kind of dripping out. And here goes drain plug. This magnet is like covered in this thick paste. Those are all the metal shavings. This truck has about 75,000 miles on it, so I'm not sure if it's even ever been done before in its 16-year life, so it's good that I'm doing this. Drain plug back in, and here are the bottles I've got prepped. Front again is 80W90. Here's the pump installed. I'm just going to stick that up and start pumping. Okay, so what I did is, since I have some extra fluid, I just started pumping some in, and then I took the drain plug back out so it kind of flushed it, because this kind of oil change I don't do very often, obviously, so I want it to be pretty clean and flushed. So I'm going to put that drain plug back in for the final time and then just fill it up. Alright, once the fluid starts coming out of that fill plug, you can put the plug in and tighten it up and you're good to go. Put the skid plate back on, and then that's really all there is to it. And I'll show you the rear. Okay, so here we are in the back. This is the AAM 1150 11.5 inch 8-lug rear end. This is on 3/4 ton Duramax diesels, 1 ton gas or Duramax, and Dodge Cummins trucks. And I believe it holds just under a gallon of fluid. And here is your fill plug. That's going to be 5/8. Then your drain plug is actually underneath here. and it's just a 3/8 inch square. So you just stick the your wrench in there without any socket, and it'll come right out. And I've already loosened this, so we can unscrew the vent here. So I had to stop it there because my drain pan was filling up. It doesn't have a vent on it. It's Harbor Freight, so go figure. But I had to put the plug back in, let it drink, and then drain out the rest. I could definitely tell that the synthetic in the rear was a much nicer, higher quality fluid, but it took, yeah, just under a gallon in that fill port right there. And after that, you're pretty much all set for another 70,000 miles, so all you gotta do is update your service records now.